Hi, everyone. It's Leonore. Welcome to Soul Searching Tarot. Thank you, guys in the chat room, for waiting. I had an unexpected visitor, and he has a loud voice. So I'm trying to control that as much as possible. But hi, B Rabbit, Wake Up, Infinite, Gabriella, Tiffany. Today I'm doing the Libra Love Read. Okay, so this is the love read for Libras. If you are looking for your general tarot card reads, I have them. I worked on the 12 zodiac signs for the month. It's there. Look for it. But right now, I'm just concentrating on love reads. Also, I have private readings as well as past life readings. Those are priced differently, but all the information will be in the description box. Okay. I think that's about it. And these 4 Q&A love reads, these 4 Q&A questions, or 4 Q&A love reads, I asked 4 specific questions. 1, how are they feeling about you? 2, what's blocking them from a union or a commitment? 3, if they could write a love letter, what would it say? 4, are they in another relationship? Now, if that question was already answered in the first 3 questions, I'll ask another question. I'll ask how would they feel if you and them were together, but I love that you guys are here to interact sometimes, and if I could change the question, I will, depending on how the reading goes. Depending on how the reading goes, I always like to get the opinion of the girls or anyone in the chat room. Thank you, Gabriella. All right, so that's that, whatever. Okay, so Libras. Let's get started. 1, how are they feeling about you? Now, keep in mind, because I've had people ask me this recently, like about placements. And I just want you to know that it pertains to any placement in your chart. But I specifically, like, just personally, like to go by rising, sun, moon, and Venus. Can it pertain to other placements in your chart? Yes, especially if you know your birth chart in and out. If you know your birth chart in and out, and you know there's other houses that are very significant in your birth chart, then yes, absolutely, other placements are okay with it. Will resonate if it resonates. Sometimes it's your placement and it won't resonate. Also understand that some messages won't, some messages will. There's a general reading. Moving on. Wake up. Oh God, if she says X the creepy way today, I'm going to laugh my ass off. I probably will wake up, because you know how it is. You know how these readings go. All right. All right. So number 1, how are they feeling about you? All right, Libras. I invite my cross watchers in this love read. So hi, cross watchers. How are they feeling about you? Somebody wants to leave a current relationship with the 5 of Cups and the 4 Swords. Like somebody is like, yeah, I'm trying to leave my current relationship. With the 4 Swords, it's not something that, just popped up in their brain today or in their thoughts. They've been thinking about this for quite some time. For some of you, if this pertains to you or the person that you're inquiring about, I would say years, like years. They've been in this relationship and they're like, it's not working out for me. So someone here wants to leave a relationship. I have the 3 of Swords in the reverse, and they're okay with it. With the 3 of Swords in the reverse, they're like, yeah, it is what it is. Somebody here is very okay with wanting to leave a relationship. Somebody here may be a fire sign or a water sign. I have the Knight of Cups. I have the Knight of Cups, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands came out in the reverse. So Yeah, I sense for a group of you, I don't know who this applies to. It could be you, Libra. Could be, again, the person you're inquiring about. This Knight of Cups person wants to go to another relationship, wants to go to another partnership, or is interested in someone else. Okay? This person that wants to leave their current relationship is interested in someone else. So not only does someone want to leave a relationship, they're already interested in someone else. Most likely this Queen of Wands. With the Page of Swords to finish up the question. Well, they're really in this Queen of Wands. This Queen of Wands, she's being watched. Not only is she being watched, but my Knight of Wands is talking, things most likely like not talking. My bad. They could be talking to other people, meaning about the Queen of Wands, but the thoughts. It's mostly thoughts that I'm seeing here. The thoughts that are coming from this Knight of Cups. I don't know if am I understand. It is pre-shadow Mercury retrograde. I was looking at one of my videos yesterday, and I'm like, Leonore, that's not the King of Swords. Leonore, that's not the Ten of Cups. I show you the picture so you know which card I'm talking about for the most part. So if I get my cards mixed up, I know the energy is there. I know what I'm talking about. It's just coming wrong out of my mouth. So I apologize in advance. My Queen of Wands is being spied on in some shape, form, or other, so to speak. Not terribly. I don't sense too terribly, but if they're not being spied on and or being talked about, this person is definitely always thinking about this Queen of Wands or King of Wands. It doesn't matter what gender. Definitely fire sign is very prominent, and so is air signs. So Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, if that means anything to you. Hi, Infinite. Hi, Ramesh. Good morning. Well, good morning to you. Over here, it's nighttime. All right. I'm in the States in the Eastern Standard Time. All right. Second question, Libra. What's blocking them from a union or a commitment? What's blocking them from a union or a commitment? Nothing. Yeah, nothing is blocking this person from a union or a commitment. I mean, nothing. If anything, they'll move buildings for you. They'll clear what they need. They'll clear whatever they need to clear in their life to be with you. So nothing is blocking them from a union or a commitment. Not with the Ace of Cups. I hope you could see that because I know the lights bothers me when the light is reflecting on the cards. I don't like that. With the Page of Cups, the Ace of Cups and the Tower, nothing is blocking them. This person has a lot of hot passion. With the Mars card here, the Tower, that's hot passionate. That this is a hot passionate love. Like, I mean, look how she's naked, first of all. Okay, this is how they want to see you, or they like to see you. It's not a joke. The Tower represents Aries or Scorpio, if that means anything to you. But this person here, this person wants to take action. Like, you see how it's the Greek god Triton? This person will move land for you. So I said nothing is really blocking them. Really, nothing is blocking them from a union or a commitment. Again, fire sign is very prominent. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, if that means anything to you, with the King of Wands. So here I have a King of Wands and a Queen of Wands. My Queen of Wands was in the reverse in the first question, but this is like a true pair, you know? And you know, at this at the expense of freaking wake up out. I'm gonna say an X. This is an X. Because this is for some of you it's divine counter, it was a divine counterpart for you. For a small group of you, it's a new person. Like for a small group of you, it's a new person. So it's a person that want to come towards you, that knows of you. But for the majority of you, it's, you know, the fact that I see my King and Queen of Wands here together so far. You both may have fire in your chart. Doesn't have to be. But you see, there's a problem here. One is more nurturing than the other, meaning with the Three of Roses, loving elemental. Sorry, I just got these cards, so I'm just getting to know them. You may have a child in common with this person. It doesn't have to be, but when I see loving elementals and then I have will, wisdom, and mind, you may be dealing with a Gemini or Virgo. You may have that in your chart. There's two, like this is opposite attracts. To me, it's opposite attracts. So whether it's a new person that's really interested in going towards you, leaving someone to go towards you, or if it's a past person that you know of, you guys have different qualities of yourself, like different personality traits. All right, did that make sense? Wake up, you're laughing. Hi, Tanya. From Australia. Hi, Tanya. Good morning from Australia. Ramesh, you're probably from Australia too, right? Because you said good morning also. All right. All right. Third question is, if they could write a love letter, what would it say? Let's find out. In these love letters, I like to make them in love letter formats. So just bear with me while I read the energy. Sorry, my son is being loud. This is why I started a little late, because his father came in and they both got very loud voices. It annoys me when I'm concentrating. Anyway, so I apologize about the background noise. I'm not going to get up and say anything right now. All right. All right, ready? So the question is, if they could write a love letter, what would it say? To whom it may concern. I haven't found anyone like you, and nor do I intend to replace someone like you. I love that you're independent and that you hold your own. And I want to apologize and offer you whatever it is that you need for the things that I've done in the past, to make up for the things that I've done in the past. The lies, hiding things from you. I do want to work on this relationship. Sometimes I work long hours to save money so that maybe one day you and I can be together. I do think about you a lot. I watch you on social media. Sometimes I inquire about you. I know that you've moved on with your life, and I moved on with mine. But it's not the person that I want to spend the rest of my life with. I do have my obligations, my responsibilities with this person, but it's not someone who makes me passion. It's not someone who brings me passion the way you did. The love making sucks, and there's no financial gain with this person. Sometimes we fight, sometimes I'm real mean to them, but I do it to come closer to you. Your soul brings me peace, their soul brings me trauma. I hope that one day we do end up together. Just give me the okay, and I'll come to rescue you. I love that you're smart, nurturing, you're very intuitive, you have common sense, and the strength that comes out of you is more strength that I've ever seen in anyone, despite the gender. I was a fool for letting you go, and people since then have talked about me, betrayed me. You weren't like that though. You were caring, loving, and something about you is so special. You are a diamond in the rough. I'm sorry that this relationship ended so rough and harshly. Sometimes I do think about what I said to you. And if I could take those words back, I would. The end. Gabriella, they was right about the smart and intuitive part. um, Interesting. This person talks bad about this. My crowd here is with someone sorry, my crowd here is, I don't know who my crowd is here, but I'm going to tell you what the message and the reading, because you let me know if it resonates, if it doesn't resonate, whatever. This reading pertains to people who are no longer with this King of Wands person. Very strong fire sign. Doesn't have to be. Could also be an air sign, with the King of Swords and the King of Wands. Very strong energy coming from this person with these two placements. I'm just showing you, but it doesn't have to be. This person really is very curious about your lifestyle. I got 2 pages of swords here. They're very curious, to say the least. Sometimes for a small group of you, it's a little obsessive, like a little obsessive, especially with 2 coming out here. They know that you Gabriella, you said, like, yes, they know that you're highly intuitive, you're nurturing, with the High Priestess and the Queen of Cups. But at the end of the day, when they go to sleep, this is how they see themselves, like dumbasses. Like, how did I leave a relationship to get into, they're with someone that they don't like. I don't know if you heard the love letter. It's kind of harsh. All right. Yeah, listen, if you told this person tomorrow that you want to work things out with them, or that you want to be with them, they'll leave that person with a swiftness. Whoever they're with, they'll leave them with a swiftness. No problem. My ten of Pentacles is right next to my King of Swords, and my King of Swords, his energy is in the reverse. It's not a fair person. Not to who they're with, whoever they're with. Again, you may share children in common with this person. They may have a child in common with the current partner. It doesn't have to be. All right, I'm not even going to ask, are they in another relationship? Because I feel like I may trigger. Feel like it may trigger this person. Vice versa if it's vice versa. But I'm going to ask, how would they feel if you and them were together? Does anybody want to ask like another question? Because I'm gonna, if you don't, like, just let me know, because I usually have my regular viewers here, and I trust your input. Should I ask how would they feel if you and them were together? If you heard the reading, or another question, like, what do you think? What's a juicy question, like a real juicy question? Gabriella, what do we have to learn from them when they were together? Okay, that's an interesting question. Basically, what was the purpose of being with this person? What was the lesson behind this person? Let's find out. What was the purpose behind this relationship? What was the purpose behind this relationship? And I guess this applies for people who, because I had sensed a small group of you, it's a person you haven't been with. It's a person that really, truly wants to get to know you, and you have not been with this person. And if you have, it wasn't like serious. But now they want something serious, But for the majority of you, it's an ex. It's someone you know. So what was the purpose behind the relationship, no matter what? That's the question. Wow. I'm sensing to develop your powers. That's interesting. With the Fool and the Queen of Wands. I'm sorry, the Fool and the Queen of Cups. The second time my Queen of Cups came out. And I had paired my Queen of Cups earlier with my High Priestess. Some of you are psychic empath or some type of medium healers. Like, I sense big time healers in some shape, form, or other. Interesting. This is an awakening with the Fool card. The purpose behind this relationship was to awaken you. But that happens a lot. You'd be surprised how that happens a lot in karmic soulmate relationships, even twin flames. The purpose, wow, this is serious. It's not a joke. Like, the purpose was to awaken I already said, to awaken your powers or your abilities. I'm going to even say North Node. Understand that your North Node, I had spoken briefly about North Node. Lately I've been talking about North Nodes a lot. It's in your birth chart. If you know your North Node, the house that it sits in, that's your journey. The meaning behind North Nodes, and I'm going to go into it because this applies to this last question. North Nodes are important for everyone because it's what you're here to conquer. It's what you're here to conquer. The Fool, understand the Fool is the first major arcana in the tarot deck. It is the time where you incarnate into this plane, meaning before the Fool, you were in your past life. You were a soul. You didn't have a contract. You come into this in this incarnation, and that's it, right? You're born into this incarnation. But a lot of us have past lifetimes on this earth. And so the Fool represents a journey. The Fool represents to conquer. It reminds me very much of the North Node. It is an Aries, an Aquarius energy, but it's a Uranus. Nevertheless, it represents Uranus. It's for you to move forward. And like I was saying with the North Node, when I look at my initiation in the Count of Saint Germain, interesting. What's going on here? See, a lot of you, I'm talking to a lot of my feminine energies. You see all those 4 women? It looks like an initiation of some sort, right? From a higher source, from a higher source. Like you're being called. You went through this BS to be called, to be initiated, like a test. It's like a test. And to go back to the North Node, because I didn't finish what I was going to say about the North Node. Your North Node is your MC. It's also called your MC, your midheaven. You need the time that you were born to get this. You need the time that you were born, or within the hour that you were born, to get your North Node. Without it, you can't get it. It won't be correct, is what I'm saying. The North Node sits between Sagittarius and Capricorn. That's where it sits. It's the cardinal cross. So it sits right above over here. Sagittarius is about what you've learned in life, and Capricorn is about how you're going to apply what you've learned in life. So what did you learn in life, whether it's school, whether it was a hard knock life, street life, karmic? What did you learn in your life that you could apply into your legacy, into your career? So that's what the North Node means. What did you learn so that you could respond to your abilities? And this is the purpose of your of this situation. And then I have Knight of Wands again. No, not a knight, not again. Knight of Wands with 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, when I look at my Knight of Wands, it reminds me of the transformation card. I could have sworn I said that, but I could be wrong. But, understand that a serpent or a snake, it doesn't have to be a serpent, but a snake, what do? They shed themselves. Serpents are affiliated with the Scorpio energy, the death card, only because it's what they do. It's that death, rebirth, and transformation. Very similar to the caterpillar and the butterfly, right? Am I saying that it's a caterpillar? Oh, God. Forget it. I'm done with Mercury retrograde, and it hasn't even started. Anyway, the butterfly, right? Butterfly is all about transformation. The serpents are all about transformation. It was about transformation. Like even when I see the eagle, or the feathers here on this man's arm, it represents again that scorpionic energy, that Pluto energy. The eagle is also part of one of the symbolic animals for Scorpio. It's more the higher vibration of Scorpio. So this was for transformation. And a lot of you, with the 2 of Pentacles here, a lot of you endured difficulties, challenges. You had a lot on your plate emotionally. For some of you, emotionally and physically. For some of you, you had to deal with other issues besides your love life. Like your love life, with this person was not it had its bad moments. No, we wouldn't be here talking about this ex if it did not have its really bad moments. And all this was dish out to you. Again, a test. Understand that we're tested sometimes. the best of us get tested by the universe. And it's not a driving test. It's not a driving test. It's not a written test. Um, you're better off taking the bar exam than going through the karmic cycle of dealing with other people's problems and traumas, taking people's disgusting energy, having to deal with energy vampires, having to deal with trauma that's either within you and other people. And all this is, with when I see my Queen of Cups here 2 times, this is a person, whoever this resonates with, I'm talking to people. Understand the Queen of Cups is a very nurturing person. They're selfless. It's an energy that is a selfless energy. So to have this selfless energy, for some of you, it took you a long time to really care about yourself. And some of you, again, are parents, and you have to really think about the other person, meaning you have to think about your little ones. They come first before your emotions come first. Like you've been through a lot. With the two Queen of Cups here, you've been through a lot. Like this is the purpose of being in this relationship. And I'm not surprised that came out. It happens. It happens. All right. All right, Libra, that was your reading. Very interesting. I love that question, Gabriella. B Rabbit, the relationship triggered my spiritual awakening. Yeah. Infinite, you say the same thing too. Gabriella, I'm not a Libra, but this is a juicy question. It was very juicy, but enlightening. So thank you for that. Wake up, your North Node is in Aries. It's a difficult North Node. So if your North Node is in Aries, your South Node is in Libra. So your relationships are challenging. Your relationships can be pretty challenging having a South Node in Libra. So relationships for you are going to be challenging. But the good thing about having a North Node is in Aries, because remember, whatever your North Node is, your South Node is going to be the polar opposite of that sign. So if your North Node is in Gemini, your South Node automatically is going to be in Sagittarius because that's Gemini's polar opposite. In your past life, wake up, you had very difficult relationships. Having a North Node having a South Node, and having a North Node in Aries and a South Node in Libra, the South Node represents your past life. The story behind, I'm going to go into astrology, folks. I'm sorry about this. And I'm going to go into this North and South Node. Understand that the North Node and the South Node is Rahu and Ketu. The mythology behind that story is this serpent dragon. Where is it? This serpent dragon, a demon. That was in the, I want to say Olympus. Olympus is basically Jupiter. The world of the gods and the goddesses. This serpent disguised themselves to get in because these gods and goddesses were drinking immortal, like an immortal juice, meaning they would never die. Immortal juice is you're going to live forever. You're immortal. So these gods and goddesses were drinking this. I want to say they called it like a nectar juice or peach juice. This serpent got in. This demonic serpent got in. That's Rahu and Ketu. That's the energy. The serpent. By the time the gods realized that this serpent disguised themselves to come in to drink from the immortal juice, it was too late. The gods slashed the serpent's head off, but the serpent already had drank from the nectar juice. So when they drank from the nectar juice, the immortality of that juice already had affected the head of that serpent. And the bottom, it didn't get to the bottom. That juice didn't get to the bottom. So that bottom is the south node. So Rahu and Ketu, the head of the serpent that wanted to become immortal like the gods, and the bottom part, the body of the serpent, is Ketu. It didn't die. It died. So this has a lot to do with your past life. The south node is your past life. It's something that already died in you, but something that you also experienced. For wake up, having a Libra south node, your relationships in your past was always challenging. But the good thing about having a north node in Aries is that you're here to conquer that karma. You're here to conquer that karma by any means necessary. You will conquer that karma of always having to be in relationships, and it doesn't have to be love. It's not just love relationships. The seventh house, Libra, represents all types of relationships, all types. Family, friends, enemies. So it's like the south node is like, oh, we don't want to deal with that because that's our past life. But our north node is something that we're here to conquer. So we have the lower vibrational part and the higher vibrational part of your journey. And you have to incorporate both of them. You have to, it goes together. It goes together. I hope that made a little sense. Wake up. It's because one Pisces says we can do this. The other, one Gemini. So you're right. That's right. You have a sun in Gemini. One Gemini says we can do this. The other Gemini says we can't. Be rare. Can I get a question on my non-existent love life? Yes, absolutely. I'm gonna do Geminis today, B Rabbit. After Sagittarius. Am I late for Sagittarius? Gosh, you know me. I'm supposed to do Sagittarius. Can I answer your question, B Rabbit, during the Sagittarius read? I'm gonna mark you down. I don't want to be so late for Gemini. I'm sorry, for Sagittarius. I'm doing Gemini after Sagittarius. Gabriella, yes, she did. Leonora, a scholar when it comes to astrology. I try to teach the 101 basics of astrology, Gabriella, but thank you. I'm a sun sign in Scorpio, but it's 0 degrees. It's 0 degrees Sagittarius, meaning I'm a cusper. So I'm a Scorpio Sag. So I have a lot of Scorpio and Sagittarius in my chart. All right, B Rabbit. So let me mark you down. Excuse me. Let me mark B Rabbit down. I'm gonna take a question, B Rabbit, during the Sagittarius read. Let me just get myself prepared for Sagittarius, and I'll see you guys there. Okay. All right. Bye.